2020 American Honey Queen. As a national spokesperson for the beekeeping industry, I travel across the United States talking about how honeybees are the superheroes to American agriculture. I represent the American Beekeeping Federation, a trade organization for beekeepers and honey producers all across the United States.
My interest in honeybees began when I was only 8 years old at a Kids and Bees event. And later, when I was in 8th grade, I was given my first beehive. I couldn't believe how delicious the honey was when I extracted 60 pounds of honey my first year. My interest in beekeeping for honey soon developed into a deep appreciation for their role in pollination and fascination with their social structure and exemplary leadership. I don't think I was able to get through a conversation without mentioning something about honeybees. Now, as a national spokesperson for the beekeeping industry, I work with the media, travel to fairs and festivals, give presentations to various civic organizations and schools, all to increase the awareness of honeybees' importance in our everyday lives and how the general public can help.
As fall is approaching, I like to cook with honey. From honey roasted vegetables to honey apple cider to what we're making today, honey pecan pie. This recipe is good for people with food allergies as there are a lot of substitutions that you can make and the crust is gluten-free. I chose to use honey in this pecan pie instead of a traditional corn syrup because it's a little bit healthier and you get to add more honey to your diet. Additionally, you'll get a very similar taste, but you'll get the differences depending on what type of honey you use.
To begin with, we'll make the pie crust. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Now you can buy a pre-made pie crust if you're in a hurry or don't have the ingredients on hand, but the pie crust I'll show you how to make today is very simple and easy. The base of the pie crust is made of almond flour and coconut flour, which are very easy to find at your local grocery store. We're going to add in a cup of almond flour and 1/4 cup of coconut flour. We're going to mix it well with a large spoon, making sure to break up any clumps of the flours. And next we'll add in 2 large eggs. Half a teaspoon of salt, and lastly, we'll add 2 tablespoons of honey to the pie crust. While the crust is baking, the honey will solidify, helping the crust caramelize and stick together. And now we'll mix all of the ingredients until everything is well incorporated. Now we'll grease our pie dish with butter or coconut oil. We want to make sure the bottom and sides of the dish are well greased so that the crust will come out nicely when we cut it later. Press the dough into the pie dish and up the sides of the pie dish, but don't go over the edge. We're going to fill the filling all the way up to the top of the pie crust so the crust doesn't burn. Place in the oven for 5 minutes before filling to pre-cook a little bit. begin the filling, we'll add in 2 cups of chopped or halved pecans. We'll also add in 3 large eggs and 5 tablespoons of melted butter. And of course our special ingredient, honey. We're going to add in 1.5 cups of honey. The honey I'm using today is from Maine Bee Company. It has a fresh, almost herbaceous taste, and it really came out as a crisp flavor in the pie later on. And our last 2 ingredients are a teaspoon of vanilla and half a teaspoon of salt. We'll mix it all together until it's well incorporated, making sure that eggs especially are well distributed throughout the mixture. Now we can fill our crust with the filling up until the top of the crust. We're going to put the pie in the oven for 35 to 45 minutes, and we're going to shake it just a bit to see if the inside is wiggly but solid. You can also take a knife and put it in the center of the pie and see if it comes out clean and done. Not all of the pie filling is going to fit in the crust, so you can take a custard dish and pour the rest of the filling in there and just bake it for 15 minutes. So here's the finished pie. Nice, crispy, and cuts clean. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do.